If you've been enjoying our podcast as much as we have and hope that we continue past 50 episodes, here's your chance. Here's your chance to help make that happen. By becoming a Patreon subscriber, not only will you help the Little House on the Prairie 50th Anniversary podcast to live on, but you'll also get exclusive content just for you.
Here's what's in store for you. Join monthly Q&A sessions where you can ask us about anything. Whether it's about our work, personal interests, or advice on your own projects, we're here to connect and share.
Enjoy unique content created specifically for Patreon subscribers, including bonus segments from our shows.
You'll have a say in what we create, and you'll have a voice in future content.
Benefit from exclusive discounts on merchandise and entries into special giveaways. It's our way of saying thank you for your support.
Receive personalized shout-outs in videos, podcasts, or social media posts.
Because your support on Patreon allows us to dedicate more resources to creating the content that you love.
You could join the Little House 50th Anniversary podcast community on Patreon and become a Prairie patron for just $5 a month. We thank you so much for your continued support, and we cannot wait to share our ongoing journey with you on Patreon. We are extremely grateful for the support of VisitSeeMeValley.com and the city of Simi Valley's belief in Little House on the Prairie and their support of the Little House 50th Anniversary podcast.
Discover the charm of Simi Valley, California, the home of the prairie. Visit Simi Valley, where adventure meets history and the spirit of the prairie comes alive. Explore the Ronald Reagan Presidential Library, step aboard Air Force One, enjoy stunning hikes and savor delicious local cuisine. Whether you're here for a weekend getaway or a family vacation, Simi Valley offers something for everyone and is only 30 minutes from Los Angeles. Plan your visit today and experience the best of Simi Valley. Go to visitseemevalley.com for more details. Your adventure awaits in Simi Valley.
Welcome, hello, bonnet heads. This is a very special episode of our podcast today. I am Pamela Bob, yes, creator of Living on a Prairie. Check it out. And I am here, well, it's kind of weird that I'm introducing him because I'm actually not there where he is, which is live in front of a real audience in Tombstone, Arizona. So here we go, obligatory, introductions. First, we have our lovely and wonderful and beloved prairie bitch, Alison Arngrim, who's on the phone right here.
Hello, Tombstone.
We also, as you know, have all of our hashtag imaginary boyfriend, Dean Butler. Who I am assuming everyone there is team Manly. Who's Team Adam? I want to know.
Yeah, so
it's okay,
Team Adam.
Brave.
So yeah, Team Adam, Team Manly in the audience. Anybody? Jennifer Brohl, you're raising in Team Adam.
Betrayal.
That's beautiful. That the person who's really responsible for all of my growing social media is actually leaving for somebody else.
That's probably good. There's probably, conflict of interest,
Yeah, it's been great. Anyway, thank you all for being here. So when this is all done, we hope that we can piece together a podcast we'll drop as part of the Little House 50th Anniversary podcast. We're going to do our best. If we get there, you'll see it. And everyone will see it, and if we can't, you won't. So,
and if you can't, then it'll be really embarrassing me recording myself doing this at home. So, I have a personal video of me doing a podcast episode that no one will see.
I have fabulous video. I am all dressed up and have on makeup and a beautiful blue top for those of you who can't see me. And I'm here in front of my bookshelf with my Nellie doll and everything just hanging, and I look great. And I got Casper the Friendly Ghost behind me and everything. No one can see it.
Okay, well, here we go not from
the studios of UBN Go in Burbank, California. This is the Little House 50th Anniversary podcast. All right. Live from Tombstone, Arizona. Okay, we are back. Hi, everybody. So, like I said, Dean is live in Tombstone, Arizona right now with a bunch of prairie peeps. And I am so happy to introduce to you our beautiful little baby Grace. Please, everybody, welcome Wendy Lou Lee.
I think it was supposed to be Pamela Bob, but it's okay.
I am looking at the breakdown right now. Oh no, you're right. It's supposed to be Pamela. I was on page 2. All right, is Wendy out there?
Right here. No.
Wendy, get off the stage. Just joking.
We'll just flip this, and it's all good. So, Wendy, so I can see Wendy because she's sitting right next to me. How are you enjoying Tombstone? This has been this is an adventure for us.
Yes. Well, we did this a long time ago. So I will say that Tombstone was my very first fan event that I was ever at. The very first on-and-off I ever signed happened 19 years ago in Tombstone. So this is awesome to be back.
Has it changed much?
Not at all.
Yeah. It feels, and I think today on the street we're going to see the guys in dusters and the spurs jingling, and everyone's carrying their sidearm.
Oh yeah,
it's
wild,
quite a play.
Wild Monster. Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. So you were on the podcast with us earlier in the year, and you have your new book out now. Tell us about the new book.
Sure. Red Tail Feathers. And it has something to do with the red tail feather that happened to drop into my life at the perfect time. And it is just my story of finding grace, of course. I'm baby Grace. I talk about grace. So, yeah, it's about finding grace in every chapter of your life. And I have indeed seen it all through my life. So.
You live with grace. So we, all of us in the Little House family, we travel a lot together. We do a lot of events. Wendy brings this wonderful light of exuberance and positivity and sweetness to our Little House family. And you are a very special presence for us. You are very loved. I just want to know how the dog you are.
Well, just want to say, I'm totally Team Manly, so finally.
Yay!
I mean, Linwood's awesome, but I was never an Adam fan, ever. I always loved Liam.
Yeah, well...
Always. I need to tell really good bedtime stories, so,
That's right. Alison, Pamela, you started to say something.
No, I was just going to say Adam had a snarkiness to him, which, if you like the snark, then you're Team Adam.
And I was just cackling because it's great that she's Team Manly, but aren't you her uncle?
Yeah.
Your sister-in-law. She's your sister-in-law.
Awkward.
She's your baby sister-in-law. That would be, that's odd.
Oh, yeah, I guess I can't be Team Adam, can I? That is weird, sorry. I think you're my...
Yeah.
You're both my brothers.
Yeah, both your brothers.
It doesn't matter.
You can't be either one.
No.
Really, you can be...
You're related to all of these people. No, by my marriage, okay.
What's been Wendy, what's been the great thing for you or the meaningful thing for you about being a part of the Little House family?
I think people ask me, what was the best thing about being a Little House? And I say now. I think this is a dream come true.
And so contrast that a little bit. Like, why the now as opposed to the then?
Well, I mean, I was on the show for 4 years, but seems like a long time. It's a great career. But half of it, I'm still drooling, you know? So, I mean, and somebody the other day said, I love that shot with you chewing on the biscuit. I was like, there's drool all over me. How could you like that shot, you know? I mean, so I probably have about 8 months of memories on the entire 4 years. So I feel like I'm living the dream now, you know? Like, I mean, I grew up on the prairie, but I was in diapers, so, you know.
Yeah, you were, and you and your sister Brenda were absolutely adorable. I mean, that's why you were there. You were just absolutely adorable. Tell the story for people who may not know about how that casting came to be for you. It's because it's a really special Michael story.
Well, I think they ran out of time, and Baby Grace was already born, and they still hadn't found Baby Grace. It's like, I think they were really, like, panicking that they needed to find any twins would do that were blonde. Honestly, I really feel like that because, you know, Michael Landon was like, okay, great, you know, you're done. So a couple minutes on the floor with Michael, and I think he was just trying to make sure that we would freak out.
Yeah.
And, you know, realize that most twins don't get held at all, I will say. I mean,
Really?
well, you got 2 arms and 2 legs. Like, you can't feed a baby and
Oh, that's true. Yeah, it's gonna be one.
twins love attention because they don't get as much attention as a single child. I really, truly believe that. And so we would go to anybody. They were comfortable with anybody. I mean,
Yeah.
So I just think when Micah slid on the floor in his office and we crawled all over him, he just thought, oh, this is easy. Done. Let's sign him up. And my mom said that we didn't have Social Security cards yet because they didn't do that back then. And we had like 5 weeks to order the Social Security cards and get the work print so we could start. And it was like, can you start the month? And my mom was like, oh, not. So I think it was very, very, I will say, you could say fate. I could just say it was just grace.
Yeah.
Honestly, to me now that I was cast as Baby Grace, I just feel like it was a total gift.
Yeah.
And not something my mom ever was seeking out. And so I just think I was destined to be Grace.
And you are just filled with grace, and we're so grateful to have you here. And thank you for stepping up on the stage with us for a few moments. And
Even though I'm not Pam.
Yeah,
No.
sorry,
But she's
everybody.
coming. She's coming. So thank you very much. Wait. So now, Pamela, who's next
Yes.
on your list?
Well, now I'm nervous. You should I go back to the beginning, or should I continue with what we were going to do after Wendy?
Oh, no. So now I think what you should do is bring up who was in the second position.
Okay, all right, got it. I'm on it.
Position. Bring them up.
Please welcome to the stage our beloved baby twins, Jennifer and Michelle Steffen.
How's Tombstone? Wonderful. So now, just so the audience knows, introduce yourself so that everybody knows who's who here.
I'm Michelle. I'm Jennifer. And Steffen, we played young toddler Rose.
So, okay, very good. So, Jennifer and Michelle, there's an interesting story behind how the two of you came into Little House. What's your recollection of how it?
Our mom was part of the Mothers of Twins Club and was helping an agent find a set of twins. And the agent, from what we understand, turned to her and said, why don't you have them go audition? So we quickly went. 41 years ago this month.
Right.
And we actually started out about this coming week. And seriously.
So this is this week is your 41st anniversary.
Sorry, first anniversary of filming. Within so lot of percent is done is that. And we say we can fit. Never been in that position. course, like Whitney says, we always twins like to play with everyone. So we got in there, and Victor French was in there, and we sat on his lap. He reminded us of our cramps.
Nice.
So that's
Nice.
helped us get on the show.
Very good. And so you came in for our last 3 movies, and you were in 2 of those 3 movies. Glad. So you were in The Last Farewell, and you were in the Blessed All the Dear Children. And really, for those of you who didn't see Bless All the Dear Children, the twins were really at the center of that entire movie, as the entire movie is a chase to find them or find her. Trading up, how did that work to bring them back in time for Christmas? So, and you 2 were pretty terrific at it, because you were mobile. You were mobile, and you had a nice energy and life about you as you moved through, and you set a sweetness. Or do you have any memories of doing that, or is it don't? Okay,
At all. My memories are my mom's and all her photos. And then whatever you guys tell us, memory. So this is, to me, like Mindy said, this is my favorite.
This part, right? Alison, Pamela, I'm sorry, and this is usually I'm sitting to dominate this. Any questions?
Well, I just wanted to say, is your mom there?
No, she's not. She's at home. That drive would have been that.
Because I think at some point we should talk to you guys and your mother, because she remembers everything. She knows all the details.
Well, we are in the middle of typing all of her details down to do a table coffee book with her photos.
Yeah, nuts.
It's like we're halfway through it. She needs to finish putting memories to each of the photos.
Yeah, no, good. That's terrific. So, I mean, this is when, in your age, of course, you're being photographed extensively as a toddler anyway. So now you have this incredible record of your time on locals. Yeah.
Especially with all the photos that we're finding that they had, and then our grandma Steppen had too. So we have some of her photos that she had. So we're combining them all together. Both of our grandmothers passed away in 2022 within months. So we've got all their belongings now. So we're slowly going through everything of their amendment, because Grandma is definitely with us on it set, as well as some other family members.
Okay.
Allison, did you ever work with the Steffen girls?
No, because you guys were in the TV movies after, and I didn't get to, and I am so thrilled you guys are doing a book. I can't tell you how just proud I am to see all of these people who are even the youngest children on the show coming up with all this creativity and coming up with books and coffee table books and stuff. I'm very proud of you.
No, Alison raised a really good point. What we do today, and this is your time to be a part of this, and because you can be pretty conscious of it. We have all tried to create things that add something to the experience, or allow people who love the program to connect with us in different ways. How do you go about figuring out some of the things you want to bring to this? So if you come to the meet and greet today, you're going to see Alison is usually sort of the queen of the mercantile.
What are you saying? What are you saying?
So the Steppeners do a really, really nice job with what you have.
Between our mom and her daughter, Jennifer's daughter that went with us in Simi Valley and some of the other events, is very, very talented. She's actually painted around mastermind. My idea.
Look, okay, so she's the native director.
She's going to be our PR. She has actually designed a book cover. Already embedding, and she kind of took a spin of it and made a bookmark that we will have in Connecticut.
So smart.
So are you going to have the book?
She's awesome.
I don't know. We're trying to type it up as fast as we can. We'll have bookmarks that have the front of the book cover. It's like a hint.
Right, gotcha. So it's a little tease.
Yeah.
Right, got it. A tease of what's to come. So, Pamela, I'm sorry, you started to ask something.
No. I was going to say, I met her in Simi Valley, and she's just awesome. She's a great young woman.
There's this goth quality about it, which is very, she does.
His brother's shaking his head in the audience.
Oh, yeah.
Son's here to
Yeah.
spend all his spend. So he came on this trip this time and says he didn't have school.
Did.
So he's enjoying it for the first time and experiencing and understanding like how the fans are and how much they love the show and keeping it going.
Well, and this is really the amazing thing that we're able to do after 50 years, celebrating 50 years of Little House this year. The response that we've had from people who love the program and come out and see us and just sort of re-experience that love has been an incredible gift for all of us. It's been pretty amazing.
Every time I had to be on the road with our family.
Yeah.
See a full weekend.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Well, listen, thank you, two of you, for stepping up and joining us on the Little House 50th Anniversary podcast today. We look forward to your book coming out, The Tease in Connecticut. We'll look forward to that. And Pamela, take us to a break.
Okay, live audience. We are going to take a quick break, but we'll be right back live from Tombstone, Arizona.
When you visit Simi Valley, California, you're stepping into the pages of history. Go from the pioneers to the presidents. Explore beautiful wildflowers, hike through iconic Hollywood locations, and end your day aboard the actual Air Force One at the Ronald Reagan Presidential Library and Museum. Throughout the summer, take the Little House 50th Anniversary Tour at Big Sky Movie Ranch. Less than 15 minutes from Los Angeles and 30 minutes from Universal Studios, Simi Valley has small-town charm with big-time history. Go to visitsimivalley.com for more information. We are so grateful to visitsimivalley.com for their commitment to presenting the Little House 50th Anniversary podcast.
And we're back. Hi, everybody. I am very happy to introduce our next guest. She's the woman that slept in Michael Landon's bed. Hoo. That's right. Scandalous. Please welcome to the stage the lovely Pamela Roylance.
Very good.
Come on. Doesn't get any better than that. Where's the lie? Where's the lie?
What you saying?
You have to lean close to hear.
Oh.
So repeat, Pamela, repeat that funny thing you said.
I just said, where's the lie? Where's the lie?
Oh, yeah, no, there's no lie.
No, there's no lie.
And if you did lie, I'll let into that.
Completely on. And hello, Alison, and hello, Pamela. And Pamela, don't. Hi. Don't worry about that little mess up at the beginning. I was kind of an afterthought on the show anyway, right?
No! Listen, I've told this to you before. I've said this to you before. I loved the Carters, and I was always amazed by how well I thought it worked. It was such a crazy move for him to do that, and I really think it worked. I think it was successful. So, haters gonna hate. What are you gonna do?
It was interesting. When this all happened, I thought, well, why aren't more Almanzo moving into the Little House? But I didn't think that. But Michael had another idea. Now, I wouldn't come back to the back for a minute. But untouchable was that
Because it was close. It was not comfortable at all.
Yeah, I know.
And now that you're saying this, I kind of wish you would have moved into the Little House, but Stan and I could have been in that bed with everybody, right? With the first break. Oh, God. Not everyone. So, but, it was a fun day. But I'm not comfortable, but Stan is a very funny guy.
Yeah.
And
so you are wickedly funny to yourself. This is, when you meet Pamela, I'm still sad at all. And Wendy, rather, Pamela and Alison, you know this, but you don't necessarily. Pam Roylance, we have Pamela Bob on phone. Pam Roylance sneaks up on you with the humor. You don't expect it. Here is this wonderful, superior, proper quality, and then she'll let something drop that comes out of totally out of left field. Where does that humor come from for you?
I think we're a family of smart Alex, really. So it's in my family history, sadly, because I think you need to learn to put a handle on that kind of thing. But Dean did, when Dean got on this year, because I do present rather formal, as do you. You celebrate us that way, too. So getting to know your sense of humor has been really fun. But he referred to me as being sweet and slicey. And I thought, even sassy. Oh, sassy's good. I thought it was like you slice those little zingers in there. But
you want that.
I really hadn't thought about that, so you put it that way. Yeah. But, certainly never meaning to ever really hurt anyone.
Yeah.
But sometimes, you go for what you think is funny, and it may not be fun.
Pam, I have to ask. Oh, hi, guys. This is Alison. I have to ask. Pam, you've been arrested more than any cast member publicly. Can you explain this phenomenon? As you are like the least likely person I know to get arrested, but I see more pictures of you in handcuffs than anyone.
Thank you for bringing this up, girl. You should have been here yesterday. The U.S., this place is a step back in time. At the U.S. Marshal came in to the meet and greet, fully decked out, looking great. So, we always go up and meet the law enforcement, say, could you play along with the gag to arrest me? And this guy went full bore, and he pulls out these 1,800 handcuffs that are heavier than you can imagine, and he actually locks them. And as he's locking them, I said, could you give me the key? What was that key, will you? So, and when you're shooting this whole thing, and it was a little scary. This time, it was like maybe the fun was a little bit challenged. But because I don't know if you know this, I didn't know this when we were here in 2005. This is a ghost town. It's full of ghosts. And people will talk to you about sightings and apparitions and movements and energy as though they're talking to you about, I was down at the Undertaker's Espresso coffee shop having a drink with my sister this morning. I mean, that's how they talk about these things they see. They're completely nonplussed. And all of us are going to bed at night, going, you got a couple of pops in the room tonight. So I wasn't, half sure I was going to get out of those handcuffs. But he was great. He let me out. But yeah, it's a fun gag we have going. We must do a picture book on that someday.
I think there probably is a picture book on that because you've been arrested in every town in America.
Yes.
I just, out of the corner of my eye yesterday, as I look up, I'm seeing Pamela in front of the big picture window with her hands behind her, being led down the street by the constable. It's like, oh my God, she's at it again.
The time I think you guys were in Wisconsin or something, the one I wasn't there, and I go on Facebook and I go, she's done it again. What's she done now? Now it's the marshals, it's the sheriff, it's the police. Someone is constantly taking you away. Sometimes twice in one day.
I think you'll really like this particular one because I don't know if the wonderful woman who let me pick her pocket yesterday is in here, but she took out a $10 bill, let it half hang out of her back pocket, and I walk out of the meet and greet, and she's standing there talking to her friend, and I spot the $10 bill, and I just reach in and I pull it out of her pocket, and that's why he arrests me. So Alice said this was a total setup, and she was so sweet to play along, as was he. Yeah, I'm in the corner this week. Sweet guy.
I think he was just looking to pick up a $10 bill because you find. Sir, Daddy, don't no setups here. You have sticky said.
I just got a feeling.
I want to know if any of you have had any ghost encounters there.
Did you any sense about
Why do I say no and then tonight it happens?
like what? Did tonight go happen, but up to this point that you
No. Okay. But great. And we went through the Birdcage Theater, which is super haunted, and nothing. And we went down into the bowels of place where the poker game is and all kinds of stuff. And we were hearing, oh yeah. It's nicknamed Sarah, or named Sarah by the woman who gave us the tour. And she said, every time I'm here or moving in here, it talks to me. And she talked back to it at one point and said, are you going to stop if I walk away? And the noise stopped. So here's what I think. I think this is the biggest gag in the world on the cast of Little House on the Prairie. And you've totally set up the whole town to pull our leg.
and just no one else gets used to that.
Dang heart shame and focus.
I don't know that well.
No,
I think this is part of the legacy of
it is.
a lot of dark things have happened here in the years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm probably going to come face to face with these people tonight. But
I think theaters are notoriously haunted as well.
Yeah, So was there a ghost light in the
I didn't see any lights. I don't think Wendy, you guys didn't see
any ghost light on the stage?
No, I don't think we saw anything. We just heard that sound.
That's
The sound. It's very obvious. Cue the sound, man.
cute.
No, I still did. I totally believe everything I'm hearing here, because everyone here is very honest and forthright, and it's just coming from the heart of, no, this is what happens, and we all learn to live with it. So
Catherine and I are staying in a house that is owned by the hotels, connected to an hotel. We walked in, Kim Williams, who is here in the audience today, who owns this house, described this as we walked in as a shotgun house. Now, this is not a term I'd heard before, but that's because it's like this straight long hallway, and you could stand in the front door or in the back and shoot straight down and take out somebody either in the house or at the wall, even though it was unwelcome visitor. A shotgun that was, I stayed.
very courage.
Exactly.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And
When I was a kid, I was so afraid. I just scaredy cat, and I hated to be home alone. And we had a glass sliding door that would go out to the backyard. And if I was the first one home from school, and my mother was with the younger brother at the YMCA teaching swim and all that, I would stand at the frame of the door, and I would pull that glass sliding door right here, and I would stand there and look like this. And I thought, if they come from outside, I'll lock myself in. If they come from inside, I'll run out. And it was, I guess, like that idea, you could go either way there. No matter what. It's goofy, isn't it? Yeah.
look, it's you always having an option.
Yes.
Yeah.
You ought to have and I'm in control that way.
And you're in control.
Yeah.
Maybe we're going to talk more in a little while. Thank you for stepping up and introducing yourself to our ideas.
I see during card Stacy. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Emma. And
Pamela or Pam Boyles, I get so torn. We have Pamela Bob, everybody who we've been working with on the podcast. And I think in the very beginning of the podcast, for me, Pam and Pamela and all this very interchangeable. It didn't occur to me that there could be a problem, and it came. And one day we've been working together for, I don't know, we've done 3 or 4 episodes, something like that. And we're on the phone, and Allah locked me up short to make it crystal clear that her name was not Pam. So what is that? Tell everybody that. So why is it Pamela and not Pam?
Well, Pam is a non-oil cooking spray. No. It's honestly, blame my parents. They named me a name that everyone automatically shortens to Pam. Automatically. And they never liked the name Pam, but they loved the name Pamela. So they instilled it in me from as far ago as I can remember, as long ago as I can remember, that to make sure that you people do not call you by Pam, because that is not your name. And it's been the bane of my existence. That's why my nickname is Mila, which is the Mela of the Pamela name. But no one's calling me Mila. That's not normal.
Well, you are forever Pamela to me now. There's no way I'm messing up. But when we have both of you, when we have Pamela Lance and Pamela Bob, my mind is jumping back and forth. And don't screw this up.
No, that's why when I first met Pam Rillins, I asked her which one she prefers, and she said she didn't mind. So it's easy for her to be the Pam, and I can be the Pamela. So that works.
Yeah, and for me, Pam Lance is Pam, Pammy. I mean, it's a lot of Pam. I don't know how you feel about being Pam. She loves being Pam.
I think I would love it too, but we're going to give it to her. She deserves Pammy.
If anybody needs to, you can call me Al. I do.
But you don't like going by Allie, right?
Allie is very specific. There's been 2 people on Earth allowed to call me Allie. But you can totally call me Al.
See? We all have our things.
I think I did. Yeah, Allie. I don't, I think of you, you are Allison.
Yes.
And Allison, you are Allison. I didn't quite understand. Have you ever been called Alan?
Yeah, it's at summer camp. When I was really little at camp, they had 4 Allisons, and I got Allie. They gave me that one. So I've had a couple people who call me Allie, but very rare, very rare. But Al, for some reason, is totally fine.
Very good. We're interchangeable. So we are going, let's, Pamela, bring up our final guest for our podcast from Sheffield Hall.
All right, here we go. Well, I met her in Simi Valley, and she's one of the coolest people I know. Please welcome to the stage, baby Rose, Jennifer Donati.
Jennifer is walking, she's sitting, she's here. Jennifer, hi. Hey, how are you now? I'm good. Thank you for being here. I just wanted, I know we don't have a lot of time, and I think I'd love to have Jennifer come on to the podcast when we can all actually see and hear each other. Because
So you stay to believe?
yeah, I know, absolutely. But we're here, and you have written, I'm just sort of obsessed with this now. You have written this wonderful book, and let's have him scoot a little closer because you're a little soft-spoken to feel those, and there's an old right here. So, yeah, you have written this wonderful book. Tell our audience at home and here in Shuffle and Fall just a brief, if you can give us is there a brief, the elevator pitch on your book?
I'd have to read it. Could I ask the questions ahead? It's ongoing. I did that one.
Yeah.
Well, it's just the story of my life. It starts with getting on Little House and going through that, and being born into a very picture-perfect family, and then it sort of the train kind of goes off the rails a little bit. Brings me all the way back to
it's about. So Pamela and Alison, have you read Jennifer's book?
me.
Or Beck? So Alison, you have read the book.
Oh, yes. And I mean, the fact that it's, as you said, more than just the prairie, because again, the problem of being a bambino, a twin on a show when you're writing about the rest of her life and the things that she's had to live through that so many people can identify with. And then the coming back to the fold of the Little House family. It's fabulous.
No, I've seen it. I haven't read it yet, though. But I so admire Jennifer because the what I do know about the book, I think it just took a lot of bravery, and it obviously talks about a lot of vulnerable things. So I just commend her for it.
Right. Yes, and thank you for that, Pamela. What we got as we're reading it is reading, and this book is on Jennifer's table today. When there is a way of looking at like tragedy and challenges, and we all have our challenges. There's nobody that goes through their life without having disappointments. It's how we respond to our disappointments that is the difference maker in who we become and who we are as human beings. You have responded in an extraordinarily beautiful, positive, optimistic way to many challenges that I read, and we were just, could have had several accidents listening to some of those things in the car that you went through. What is the secret to that for you of your positivity?
Well, I was, after 9 years old, was raised by a single mother, and I had 3 sisters. There was no option for failure. There was no option to fall apart. There was no option to stop on the road. You had to keep putting one foot in front of the other, and whether you liked it or not, you were going to be dragged down this road. So it would be go willingly, or you can fight it the whole year. So that was the example I had, and you just decided to enjoy the show, enjoy the ride as best you can. And
yeah, I think you've credited your mothers an enormous amount. Any single mother has a massive burden and responsibility. Just give us a sense of who your mom is.
Oh, you're making me cry. I had a wonderful mother who always wanted to be a mom. She didn't get pregnant with us until she was 28. But she was very purposeful in wanting to be a parent. She put us before everything. And she was married a few times, and it was said that don't make me choose you or my children because you will lose. She always chose us. She always put us first. We grew up very poor. We didn't know it until we were older because she just gave us everything that we needed while she had nothing. She was just the picture perfect idea of what a mother should be, and she knew.
Your mother made an interesting decision after you and your sister were on the program with us, and we could certainly tell the story, the passing of your sister, and it's powerful story in the book. But your mother, after the series, after we completed season 9, your mother made a decision because it became apparent that we were going to do more. Yeah, and your mom made a decision. Tell us about what you recall about that.
The way I remember this, so my mom never had any plans for Hollywood. She thought maybe we'd do a commercial, so this was not a long decision here. So when the show got canceled, she was very happy. My baby's back. I just want to be a mom. And they came back and said, okay, we're going to do these movies to wrap it up. And my mom said, no, we're done. She had no intentions of raising her daughters in Hollywood. We had fun, but she really just wanted to be home and be a mom. She had waited a long time, and we had spent the first year and a half not at home, and she just wanted to be home at least. So
I think your mom or you, we thought, Alison, you've grown up in this industry seeing the things that can happen to children. There's a lot that goes on that can go on with children. I think of really what a forthright decision Jennifer's mother made to say, no, enough. We're going to be a normal family now. What's your take on it?
Well, because it's so tempting. And especially you said your family didn't have a lot of money, and it's tempting to say, well, we could do this, and they're twins, and they'd work a lot. And these managers and agents and photographers sort of dangle this carrot. And I think it's even worse now, the whole Nickelodeon Disneyfication of everything. And some people just lose sight of everything they're doing and go, I can't resist, I'm going to jump in. And I'm always impressed when someone says, either, no, my child's education comes first, we're going to focus on that, or, well, maybe they'll work, but school comes first, or say, no, they're little tiny children and they need to go to school and have normal lives, and I love that she always was like, and I want to spend time with them. I finally had these kids, I want to spend time with them, and say, no, this is more important than being on TV. Being on TV is great, but this is more important. I'm always so impressed when that happens.
Yeah, and I think people don't really realize how rare that is. I mean, really and truly, I think the majority of the kids that you see that are in the business, I'm pretty safe to say that it's more their parents' dream than it is the kids' dream. And they get swept away by what they think is fame and fortune, and it's harmful to the child. So yeah, hats off to your mom.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Can I say, I just want to say one thing before we skip over this, because this happened on the last episode of our podcast also. Can we just all take a moment to appreciate that Dean and his wife read books to each other? Because that has like, I mean, hashtag relationship goals. Am I right? This has made me question my entire marriage. It's put me into a spiral, and it's just amazing. And also, Jennifer, well, both of you, will you please tell the story of how you guys reconnected and what Jennifer said to you?
We did. Would you like both versions?
I want the good version.
Two different versions of this story. I know I'm sure what Jennifer has is the factual telling of how it happened, and what I have is the fear of what she was saying to me when she approached our table. Okay, quick, tell you the story because we had to run. So the cast of Lyles was doing Comic-Con in Bakersfield, California. And we were there at the table, signing and meeting people and so on. And just part of the day, out walks this woman right here with her family, with her. And she steps up right in front of me and she says, "You're my father."
The seven of them. But it's me too.
Now, whether or not that's what she really said, but that's what I really heard. And my mind is like running 1,000 miles an hour thinking, wait a minute. Well, you can understand. Oh, I was now. All right, so that's what I remember. What did you really say?
I was your daughter on.
Oh, so I'm struck on Little Light.
Yeah, no, you're saying that's not. I heard it. I am the daughter.
Yeah,
he blacked out. No, he blacked out after "I'm your daughter."
So yeah, so there was a little. It was a little panicky, and Jennifer writes it beautifully in the book. Yeah, how it was going to be down. But when she takes out her binder, and she's got pictures of her being held on the set and her work permits and all that. And it's starting to sort of panic is dissipating. You realize, this was all just pretend. Yeah, no, and Jennifer, you have made... so what did you think was going to happen after that meeting? And how did this...
Nothing.
Okay, so...
That's how I thought I was going to go home. I had gotten that closure. Had come full circle, and I was very happy with that chance. I mean, it had been 40 years. I was like, I exchanged information with Pam and Rachel and Danny, And I just thought, well, that was nice, and I'll never hear from them again. But then they called. And I started, we went to go see the Christmas lights at the gardens. And it just, Danny said, welcome to the family. Yeah. And I was like, oh, but he meant it. He really meant it. And I've never been far from anyone since.
And you made okay with going.
You want to go back.
So, listen, thank you for stepping up. And I know this is not your favorite thing to do, but you've done it well. We are going to, Pamela, let's wrap up a podcast, and we're going to say, because there are enough communication challenges here that we're not going to extend this. But I think we've done it. Yeah. So, Pamela, send us off.
Okay, everyone. Thanks for being here with us this week, live from Tombstone, Arizona. Audience in Tombstone, Arizona, thank you so much. I hear you. I can't see you, but I hear you. And if you want to know everything we're doing and catch up on podcasts, visit us on our socials, the Little House 50 Podcast, or our website, littlehouse50podcast.com. And also, come join us on Patreon. We have lots of extra tidbits for you that are really fun. So, Bob, can the whole audience say this? Bob, get the wig.